Welcome to the Explainer. Okay, if you're around 10 years old and hanging out with us today, you are absolutely in for a treat. Today, we're unpacking a really exciting devotional. Now, if you didn't know, a devotional is just a short reading that's meant to encourage your faith. And as we go through this one today, we're going to uncover a pretty amazing secret about a massive, completely invisible family that you are actually a part of right this very second. Seriously, the stuff we're looking at today, it's like a superpower for your mind when you're having a tough day. Let's jump right in.
Okay, let's dive into this. Do you ever feel like you're totally alone? Like maybe you're the only kid in your class who believes in God? Or maybe you're just sitting in your room after a really long, frustrating day at school and you're just feeling super small? Honestly, it's totally normal to feel that way sometimes. But this devotional reveals a secret that kind of changes everything. You aren't just sitting in your room alone. You actually have a massive audience that cares deeply about everything you do.
So that brings us to Section 1, One Heavenly Family, Angels and Earth.
This devotional tells us something genuinely mind-blowing right off the bat. Believers on earth and angels in heaven, they actually make up one single family. It uses this really cool picture to help us wrap our heads around the connection. Imagine a giant, incredibly beautiful house that belongs to a king. Now, inside this house, there are two main rooms. The inner court is up in heaven, and that's where the angels live and walk around. And the outer court, well, that's right here on earth, where believers live. But here's the catch. It's the exact same house. You and the angels are literally just in different rooms of the exact same building, completely connected to each other.
And because we share this house, God sees both of these groups, the angels in the inner court and us down in the outer court, as one church. Every single heavenly intelligence, which basically means every single angel up there, is super interested in what we're doing down here. It's like they're leaning over the balcony of heaven, paying close attention to you whenever you worship God.
Moving right along to Section 2, the Angel Choir. Invisible Audience. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is exactly what those angels are doing while we're down here just living our everyday lives. Are they just sitting around on clouds playing harps? No way. The devotional lists 3 amazing things they actively do when we get together. First, they listen to our testimonies, when we share stories about what God's done for us. Second, they actually lean in and hear our prayers. And third, they take up our thanksgiving in the heavenly anthem. That means these powerful angels are actively listening and actually singing along with our prayers. They are literally a massive, invisible choir backing you up. The devotional says it perfectly right here. Their praises are supplemented by the choirs of the angelic host above. I want you to just pause and imagine that for a second. The next time you're singing a song to God, maybe you're in church or maybe you're just humming quietly in your room, you aren't singing a solo. A giant, invisible, booming angelic choir is joining right in with you, boosting your voice all the way up to God's throne. How awesome is that? We're totally connected. The devotional points out that angels are drinking from the fountainhead, meaning they're right there at the very source of life, right next to God's throne. Meanwhile, the saints, that's us believers down on earth, are drinking from the pure streams, flowing from that exact same throne. We are drinking the exact same water of life. We're just a little further down the stream from our angelic big brothers. All right, let's look at Section 3, the rough stone, tests and trials.
Okay, so we've talked a lot about this awesome heavenly choir, but let's shift gears for a minute, because this brings up a huge question. If we have this incredible, invisible choir cheering for us all the time, why is life still so hard sometimes? Why do you have tough days with your friends, or times when you feel super frustrated, upset, or just stressed out? Look, it's completely normal to feel that way, and the devotional uses a really powerful metaphor to explain exactly why this happens to us.
So the crucial point is how this devotional compares us to rocks. Yeah, rocks. It says believers are like rough stones pulled out of the dirt from something called the quarry of the world. Now, a quarry is this deep, dusty pit where workers dig out huge, jagged, unpolished rocks. The devotional says God uses the cleaver of truth to rescue us from that dirty pit. When we start out, we aren't shiny or smooth at all. We're rough, jagged stones with sharp edges.
And here's something I really, really want you to hear today. Look at this quote. Even in the rough, they are precious in the sight of God. Listen, even before you're completely shaped, even when you make mistakes or have a messy room or accidentally say the wrong thing to your brother or sister, you are incredibly valuable. God looks at you, a rough stone straight out of the quarry, and says, that one right there, that one is precious to me.
That brings us to Section 4, Master Builder's Tools: axe, hammer, chisel.
Since God wants to build his beautiful heavenly temple, he obviously doesn't just leave us as rough, jagged rocks. The master builder uses 3 heavy-duty tools: the axe, the hammer, and the chisel. In the devotional, these tools represent the tests and trials we go through in life. You know those hard days you have? Getting a bad grade or having an argument with a friend? That's the hammer and chisel at work. Getting scraped up or feeling challenged? That's the shaping process. But remember, the devotional promises that these tools are in the hands of one who is skillful. God is the master builder, and he knows exactly what he's doing with your life.
And this brilliantly illustrates how we should look at our trials. Those tough times, they are not meant to destroy you. They aren't meant to smash you into dust or bring you to nothingness. No way. God is carefully sculpting you, kind of like a master artist, gently chipping away the rough edges to reveal a beautiful masterpiece inside. He is perfecting you so you fit perfectly into his heavenly temple.
And finally, Section 5, Children of the King, Royal Heirs.
Okay, let's move to the grand finale of our explainer. After all that chiseling and shaping, what is the ultimate promise? Check this out. God will never cast off the humblest believer. The devotional makes a pretty wild statement here. It says God would sooner demolish his own throne, literally smash his entire cosmic kingdom into tiny pieces, than throw away even the smallest, quietest kid who believes in Jesus. You are completely safe with him. He will never, ever toss you aside.
And that's because you aren't just a rock in a temple. You're an heir. If you've never heard that word before, an heir is someone who's in line to receive a royal inheritance. It basically means that when you belong to the king, you eventually get the keys to the entire kingdom.
Let's move to and see how this builds to an absolutely amazing promise from the text. We are members of the royal family, children of the heavenly king, heirs of God, and joint heirs with Jesus Christ. All that chiseling, all those really tough days, they're just polishing up true royalty, because that is exactly who you are. You are a prince or a princess in the greatest kingdom ever created.
So I want to leave you with this final thought. How does it change your day to know a massive, invisible heavenly family is cheering you on right now? When you face a tough trial today, or tomorrow, or next week, I want you to remember that your angelic audience is watching and singing right along with you. Remember that the master builder is just shaping you into something beautiful. He's not trying to break you. And most importantly, remember your royal identity. You are a precious child of the king. Keep shining, keep learning, and I'll catch you on the next explainer.